what if you could predict your next big sale, or you could craft just that perfect pitch with the help of AI? Well, we're going to dive into the world of those predictive analytics. When you can think, oh, okay, what's going on here? Automated outreach and real-time customization, all of this with AI to help you as a salesperson, as a manufacturer's rep, as a sales rep, to be able to get more sales, connect with people, and really do what you do best. I'm Terry Brock, and I'm joined today with Gina Carr as we talk about some wonderful ways that you can use AI and get moving with it. And Gina, really appreciate you being here because I want to talk about the AI-powered customer profiling. It's one of the things that manufacturers reps particularly are using. They're using it to create detailed customer profiles. Now, this is nice. When you're in sales, the more you can help understand your customer, that prospect, what they're looking for, the better off you're going to be. You can better tailor it. Tools like Salesforce's Einstein is really good for that. There's also Optimizely and Clearbit. These are examples. And what they do is they reach out and they find what people are using and what they like based on their past behaviors and some of their postings in various social media, etc. This is a great little tool. What are your thoughts on the possibilities of that, Gina, when you think about the whole thing of getting customer profiling using AI?
Well, it makes it so much more possible to clarify who your avatar is, who your target market is, because in the old days it'd just be, oh, it's men over the age of 50 who like Corvettes or something like that. So this makes it that nuancing of the avatar and the description of your ideal customer much more targeted, and it makes it possible to clarify. Let's say there's two or three different targets that you're going after with the same product or service. And so that can be really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, that relates to something else that I want to hear from you about is automated outreach. Tell us a little bit about that and how AI factors in there.
Well, because of the new tools and the power of AI, now you're able to really rev up your email. So for a long time, we've been able to do a merge and say, Dear John, or customize our emails a little bit. But with AI, we're able to really customize and personalize emails that are going to go out to your prospects, to your customers. And that's going to free up a lot more of your time so that you can work on developing those relationships that are so important for developing your marketing and your sales. And so, I mean, just imagine that you're sending hundreds of personalized emails that are focused on what that person was interested in. So it's going to be really amazing to do that with just a single click.
Yeah, I think so. That's really nice. And really, that's where AI comes in. Now, it ties in also with a third thing we want to tell it to you about here is predictive analytics. Now, this one is almost like rubbing your magic ball there, your crystal ball to say, okay, what's going on here? I've got some notes I've put down on this here that it's going to be able to analyze your past sales data to predict future trends, helping manufacturers, reps stay ahead of the curve and strategize effectively. It's like having that crystal ball. And remember, they're only as good as the data that you feed it. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you get the right data in there that you're saying, okay, this is what happened. Now, remember, the past does not equal the future. So just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to be the same way in the future. What you want to do is be able to say, okay, there's been a tendency that when this and this and this happened in the marketplace, we see a direct correlation to where sales go, either up or down, or they're going in this other direction. And I think there's some real possibilities that you can get from that and can really help you. We're going to be talking about these and more. And matter of fact, what you want to do is if you like this kind of idea, be sure and subscribe. Because when you subscribe, then you're going to find out about these videos that we're coming out with on how you can use AI in selling. This will be important. And because we talk about selling and you building your entrepreneurial business, either as a sales rep, being an entrepreneur kind of yourself, or in other ways, this will be a way you are able to let the algorithms know, hey, we like that idea of freedom and building our business in a strong way. So a lot of good things like that are going to be happening. And now another thing that's being used with this, I think is really nice. It saves the effort of people having to do so much work and let chatbots take care of a lot of that. Gina, what are your thoughts on chatbots and how those can help in the sales process?
Well, I think it's so important to be able to answer people's questions when they are ready versus when you have team members on the ready. So if you can empower your chatbot with information, frequently asked questions, a lot of people that come to your website and have a question or are using your service and have a question would be able to use a chatbot that's pre-programmed with these frequently asked questions. I know that generally I really like this type of service, just personally when I'm on a website and I need to get a question answered, and then I like it when it quickly can take me to the next step of sending an email or whatever, or putting me in touch with a real person if the chatbot's not able to answer my question. But since people are operating at all hours of the day, we're such a global, most of our businesses, most of our clients are very global. They could be working with someone when the other part of the world is sleeping, and you can get those answers to your questions quickly. And that's what we want to do with our clients to make it easier for people to do business with us.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're there helping customers when they want it. And we let chatbots do a lot of the work. And then when we do have people, it goes there. I think that's a really, really good way to do it. And then there's another tool that's really good. We're tapping into this right now, Gina, with sales focused industry research. There are tools out there that can help you to know here's what's going on. Matter of fact, one that we're using right now is with a client of ours that gives us Content Cloud. Content Cloud is available and it gives you the ability to go into, I love their discover area. We type in a question and it gives a whole bunch of different options of articles. Like we've seen maybe 10, 15, 20 articles. And I love this because it's letting us do some real research and find out what is really going on. What are people looking for? With AI as your research tool, you're going to be way ahead. And this ties in with content creation also, because sales reps that are the most effective are doing some form of content creation. They're either creating a blog or they're creating some pictures or they're doing some research on what the market is really saying, not just what my gut would say, but rather going to look at what is going on in the real world and doing it. We really recommend you take a look at Content Cloud, a great little tool that has some good features.
Okay. And the next tool that we'd like to take a look at is what we're calling AI generated content. And that's where your marketing person, your marketing team, whoever it is that's creating the content for you, is taking the AI tools and creating more text, audio, video, and images so that you can get more content out into the world because you have a problem that you solve. You need to let people know about it. And by using AI to generate that content, and my favorite tool is the original ChatGPT. And with ChatGPT, we can use the tool called DALL-E 3, which is the image creation tool. So that's kind of my favorite right now. Terry, what are your favorite tools to use for AI generated content?
Well, I like Dolly using that. The 3 version is the one we're using right now as we're recording this. And that gives me a lot of capability for looking at the ideal picture that I'll create. And of course, we're using ChatGPT, using Perplexity. I like that. And I think one thing really nice about Perplexity is it also can tie in to Claude. That's Claude. We pronounce it Claude here in the United States, but it gives you the ability to really do some analysis of what's going on and get some good ideas. And it's a great way to get a lot done. And then a final 7th tool that you can use is AI training salespeople. Now, this is pretty magnificent. You can have the salesperson who needs to learn, and by the way, isn't that all of us? We need to learn more, need to know what we're saying right and what could be said differently. You can have an AI coach, sales coach right there, like those wonderful human coaches. But this way, you get that sales training from generative AI that can modify it based on what works best for your reps in your enterprise, in your operation, where you're working. You can have that. Plus, you can borrow from others that have said particularly good things. In the past, we'd have to take some courses, and that's good. We like doing that. We'd have to get a coach that's really helpful, show us what to do. Nice on that as well. Now with AI, there's some amazing things we can do. Matter of fact, there's one that, I was looking over here, I wrote it down. Second Nature is a great little sales coaching tool. that lets people understand how to do it. And another one, Gina, you'll recognize this one, Yoodli. Using Yoodli, it has the capability of doing some training as well. We've been using Yoodli as a speech coach. Now it also does some nice training, helping people in some major, major ways.
And Terry, there's another one that we need to let sales reps know about, and that's enhancing their productivity by using AI. And so when they can automate those mundane tasks like making phone calls or scoring sales leads through AI, then they can spend more time developing relationships, which is so important in selling. So you want to make that time for what truly matters. So think about having the auto dial. Auto dial's been out there a long time, but now it's enhanced with AI, which makes it so much stronger. And think of using your voice instead of text for the initial input. And you can use voice recorders that simulate your own voice, or they can use a pre-programmed voice through different tools. And that's a good way to do it as well.
Absolutely. I really like that. It's so much easier because when you think about it, as I've been saying for years, you can talk faster than you can type or write. Therefore, use that voice when you can. Those are some productivity enhancers. Well, Gina, we gave them quite a few tips here on how you can use these AI tools to create some extra sales, get out there, do your marketing properly, and get extra sales. I think we got some good choices there. What do you think, Gina?
I think so. I'm so glad that these are available. They help us all to have more time to do the things that only we can do, which is the key. And let me just say that anything we recommended to you as far as using AI, you're going to want to customize it. You're going to get into trouble if you just copy, paste, copy, paste. So you want to read it carefully, make sure it is your voice, make sure it is what you would say. If your team's generating it for you, you want to review it, make sure that it's consistent with your brand and your voice, and then add some things to make it more customized, to make it more personalized, as Terry likes to say, you-ize it.
Yep, exactly. Make it you and make sure that you're not doing the copy and paste. That's not the way to do it, but use this as tools, as assistants, and you'll get ahead. But we'd love to hear from you on that. We've got some tools for you, the AI tools for biz. You'll see that in the description, those of you joining us on YouTube. AItoolsforbiz.com. You can go there, whatever, and you'll be able to pick up those. That would be good. And our Stark Raving Entrepreneurs group is out there to help you and give you the tools that you need. You can go over to starkravingentrepreneurs.com. You'll see the information on how to get in touch with us and how we can help you out. I'm Terry Brock, joined by Gina Carr. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.